Hey, what's up guys, it's Apollo Uchiha here and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm back with a new short movie. The name of this short movie is What If Naruto Was Neglected and Was Reincarnation of Sage. And yeah guys, it is an unscripted story. Now before continuing this, shout out is due where it is due. Shout out to my boy No for suggesting me this idea. Now aside from that, stay tuned for a short story on my second channel as well. I will be uploading on both of my channels. I know I'm quite late. It is because I was out of city yesterday and I just got back a few hours ago. I'm extremely tired and have to do this. Well, you also might know that I was busy for quite a few months. The thing is that I was trying to apply for USA study visa and yeah, I got rejected. Yesterday was my interview, so yeah, I got rejected. And you know what? I'm not that mad. I might have made a mistake or something during my interview or so on. But the good side is that now I can focus on my channel. Aside from, doing something else with my physical life, I can properly focus on my channel. So stay tuned for many of the movies that will be coming your way soon. I promise you this much. And please make sure you leave a like and follow me on my second channel as well, aside from the main channel, because I will also upload Naruto, Percy Jackson, and other sort of what ifs there, aside from Naruto, because this is my main Naruto channel. So enough of this yip-yapping. Without any further ado, let's begin with our today's story. Roll the intro. Our story begins at the death of Hagoromo Otsutsuki, the sage of the sixth path, as he handed over his will to his youngest son Asura, and with a smile on his face, he passed away. As now we see his eyes open, surrounding him was a white atmosphere, and in front of him was standing a figure that he instantly realized who it was. Shinigami-sama, it is nice to meet you finally. I wish I could have said the same, old friend. As Hagoromo was quite shocked after hearing this. What do you mean? Did I do something to upset you? No. It's more like you are a partial cause of what has upsetted me. What do you mean by that? The power that you lended to your sons to pass on to the humans and turn them into a new sort of species. Yes? They have started wars and have gone on a warpath to determine who is more powerful. First, they were now colonized as clans, and now they are together as the form of villages. Oh my god, this is not something that I wanted. And you doubted that they will give you what you want. Pathetic. As Hagoromo flinched, was his dream really pathetic? Hoping for a peace through the power that he was, given by his mother? Could it really be not? What you are thinking is quite really the answer to that. I mean, what could you have imagined? It is in human nature to be greedy. Once they receive something, they want to be more powerful. They want no one to top over them. Their egos are so fragile that they get hurt when they see someone stronger than them. And that is why they band together to trample the one who is stronger than them. There must be a reason. There is no reason except for that they want more power and more area to rule over than the other, showing their dominance. That is what it is in the end, isn't it? And many people pay the price because of that. But Asura, I thought he would. After his death, how many generations do you think have passed to make sure that each and every word you or he has said, written down, would be vanished? Your other son, Indra, remember he stood against you and your son? He made sure as hell an impact more than your son. And this is all your generation caused. Fighting amongst each other, battle, bloodshed. This is what your ninja teachings has come to finally. I see. I will pay for their crimes. It is my mistake. Please, give me whatever punishment you deem fit. Punishment you will receive, but in the form that you might not think, friend. Because your intentions were pure, I have made an agreement with my sisters, and they have agreed to give you another chance. You will be sent down to the mortal world once more, reincarnated as one of them. Because you see the child of prophecy that you mentioned? These bastards even kill him. What? You mean Naruto-kun is... Yes, he died. Oh my god, how? You don't wanna even know. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna reset the time to when he was born. When he was born, how many years has passed since 13 years to be exact. He was killed by his sensei who betrayed the village and blamed the betrayal on him after being found out. And the villagers burned down his body. Oh my god. And I wanted to make sure that Naruto was given another chance, and we made sure that he agreed, but he didn't. He was hellbent that he wouldn't go back because he was even hurted by those who he trusted. And in the end, well, the world is going towards the path of chaos and destruction. Not thanks to your mother, but because of their own deeds. And that is something that we want to stop, because there are still those who are innocent and forgiveful souls. Our people down there. And it is your duty to stop that from happening now, Hagoromo. So, I will do his bidding then? No. You will not do his bidding. Then how am I supposed to save those? You're not supposed to save the shinobi world. You're supposed to save those who are innocent. And by doing so, you'll be given a chance and option. And that is to remove the chakra from the entire human race, or either give chakra to those who are, well, capable of handling it and know how to use it well. I see. I know it now. I should have done this from the start. Yes, you should have. I will see to it that your wish becomes fulfilled. Then we will send you down now. As instantly Hagoromo was engulfed with white light. As now we see him again in opening his eyes into the mortal world. But this time, greeting his sight was none other than Minato no Mikaze, who he has seen in his dreams, or more like as he called visions from the future, and he was still running away. As now we see, Hagoromo was placed, or Naruto was placed, as named, in a, well, altar, in a small basket. As Minato began to prepare the hand seals, as he saw his son came out of, well, Genjutsu, Kurama. He instantly made sure the time froze as he and Kurama made eye contact. Hagoromo instantly knew who it was and stopped the fighting. As Minato for a moment paused. As now we see Kurama then said, "Do the hand seals. Otherwise I won't be able to control myself. For you Ningen." As after hearing his booming voice, which was heard throughout the whole village, and causing a huge confusion amongst the shinobi, Minato took this chance as Hagoromo called to him, "Do what he says, we don't have much time." And it seems like Kyuubi doesn't have as well, as Minato then finished the hand seals, but instead of Hakai Fuyin, he used the 8 pentagram seal that was used to seal the Biju inside Kushina. And this time around we see Kushina even arrived there as well. Her body was depleting chakra, and she was close to dying out, if not helped immediately. And Kyuubi was sealed instantly. Now we see the shinobis were cheering, but then instantly they stopped when Minato called. "Now is not the time for cheering. We need to bring in those injured, those who can still be saved. Bring them to the hospitals," as he picked up his wife and vanished, leaving his son to Hiruzen to take care of with a single glance. As now we see Naruto sleeping peacefully in Hiruzen's arm. As Hiruzen then looked down and said, "Well, looks like you, young one, are going to be the individual who will cause luck to grow on Konoha's side." As now we see Naruto, who was sleeping peacefully inside his mindscape, where we see Kyuubi being tied to a huge rock, impaled, as Hagoromo's soul appeared there. "My son, it's been a long time, father. I could say the same about you. How are you alive in here? You see, I was sent here by Shinigami and the others. For what? I have seen the future. This kid is the child of prophecy and he dies. He refused to go back. So, instead of him, as the punishment of mine, they sent me here in his tent, reverting the time back to when he was born." "Wait, what punishment? What do you mean? You did nothing wrong." "Oh, but my son, I did. I gave them the power. I gave them these abilities. I mean, look at you. Your condition is like this because of me. And it fills my heart with guilt every time I see it. I should have known better." "No, father. It is not because of you. It is because of that man Madara." "Madara? I could smell Indra within him. He was Indra's reincarnation, the second one. And each and every reincarnation of that bastard, he tried to manipulate not only me, but the others as well. That is why we were separated into this land. All of us couldn't be together in one place because of fear that he might try to manipulate and use us as his weapons once more. As Hagoromo with a single swipe of his hand erased all the seal, but made sure that the imprint remained outwards, making it look like the seal was as it was, intact, but Kurama was free. Thank you, Father. But seriously, are you sure that... Yes, and the world was heading towards destruction, not because of the prophecy that I made, but because of their own greed. So what are you doing here? Here to punish them or something? Something of a sort. I am here to monitor them and see if there are any people left who are still able to receive chakra because of the kindness of their heart. As for the others, the chakra will be taken from them. But Father, are you sure about this? Will this really help them? Yes, it will. As now we see, time begin to pass, as Hagoromo made sure that he will not become like one of them. As 4 years passed, as Kushina and Minato, who were alive and well, had another kid. As for Naruto, well, his happy life turned upside down when he refused. What do you mean, son? You have the talent for it. Why don't you want to be a shinobi? Said Kushina. I don't want to. My friends, all of the villagers, they are looking up to us. And the next generation, you are the clan head of Uzumaki clan. How can you refuse your heritage? Because I want to. I don't wish to be a shinobi. Kushina, I think it is right that we don't force Naruto into something that he doesn't want to. But he's the eldest, the oldest. He has to understand it is his responsibility. Kushina, please, we're not gonna force him, son. We're not gonna force you, okay? You can do whatever you wish. Just give it some time, okay? Thanks, Dad. As now we see, more years passed, as Naruto reached at the age of 13, and his sister reached at the age of 7. And she was a prodigy nonetheless, who was born. Her name was Mito, and everyone was now giving her the looks that once were given to him, the looks of hope and potential in the future. And as for his parents, they were so immersed with, well, teaching all of their techniques to their daughter that they forgot about their other child, him. To be honest, Hagoromo, who also had Naruto's feelings still, because he was still a kid, he felt kind of mad at this, but he remained quiet. He was there to judge them. And he, as a sage, knew that this was part of his punishment. Until the day the 13th birthday of his sister arrived, as he was still 16 and used to help out in the home, but nothing much aside from that. As his sister was named the clan hero of Uzumaki and the Namikaze. Indirectly, his parents kicked him out without notice. And now we see, after the end of the party, all of the family was gathered as Naruto arrived. I need to talk to you about something I guess you might have missed. What is it, Naruto? Well, you made her the clan head. I have no issue with that, but you know that indirectly by the law of Konoha means that I am... sorry, Naruto, I didn't... Yeah, right, loser. You are kicked out of this clan, said Mito. Mito? What do you mean? Said Kushina. Yes, as the clan here and clan head, I am banishing him. My friends make fun of him. The only quality that he has is that of being a human toy of some rich lady or something. Mito, he's your, what, big brother? He's nothing more than a normal human. Everyone despises him. Nobody even cares about him. My friends, as well as everyone around me, says that he's a failure, who had a potential and he wasted it. So you think that because I had potential and I didn't wish to be like one of you, I wasted my life? Is that what you're trying to say? Yes, you are a waste of space, Naruto. You don't even deserve to be called my Nissan. Heck, why are you even here? Have you no shame left within you? Oh, that's right, none. Because if you had, you wouldn't have let our parents down. As both Minato and Kushina didn't spoke a word, as Naruto remained quiet for a bit. as the silence in the room was so heavy that nobody could speak after that. As Naruto then said, getting up, "So you're siding with her. But your silence says everything. You do agree with her." And that is when Kushina sighed and said, "And you know what? I have enough of this. Naruto, she is right. You know, we had to hear so much because of you. We didn't deserve to hear this. And I don't wish to live my life like you. What's so bad about our life? You kill. You damage life itself. We kill to survive, son," says a man who killed thousands of shinobis, who doesn't even knew what they were walking into. How do you not know? They were here for war. I had no other choice. You always had a choice. You could have knocked them out. You could have immobilized them. Heck, if you wanted to go that far, you could have neutralized them by making sure that at least one of their limbs would be detached and they would have been able to survive. But no. You didn't give them a chance. What makes you think that you're better like this? You didn't even give us a chance. I didn't give you a chance because I heard each and every bit of the stories and parts of shinobi history before you, because of you. And read all that seems to be so glorified, but you have forgotten the lesson. The casualties on both sides. Those who were not even involved, and yet you fought on their land and got them killed. What about them? As that made them quiet. So what? They were idiots to be there in the first place. They were there when the war didn't happen. It was their land, their home. Suppose Eva and Kumo had a war, and they comes to Konoha, and Konoha is down a war ground between the two of them. What will happen then? That won't happen. And son, what you said, I think it would be best if you leave. Leaving I am. For good. As this made their eyes wide. What do you mean? As even Mita was surprised. She wanted to make her brother feel bad. It was a plan made by their parents, but it didn't work. It had the opposite effect instead. As Naruto came downstairs 10 minutes later with his bag. "I'm done. I tried to give you a chance. I didn't spoke a thing when you neglected me. Although willingly, I realized. You even gave me side glances and ignored me openly. Left me home 2 weeks with no end. Only weeks worth of food. I didn't budge or say a thing. I only showed devotion and love for this family, and yet this is the thing I receive in the end? Discrimination because I didn't want to live like you? Then thank you for all you have done, and goodbye." With these words said, we see Naruto left the house, and they were just shocked. "Let him leave. He'll come back. You'll see," said Mito, a little bit unsure now because Naruto looked certainly 100% sure, and she had a bad feeling about this. As now we see Naruto leaving, as he walked out of the village gates, as nobody gave him a glance. He was like a ghost, except for one person, and that was a Root Anbu, who surrounded Naruto. "You're coming with us, Naruto. If you come peacefully, it will be easy." "Fine. Let us." As now we see the Anbus were surprised at first. "You can check, or even you can tie my hands. I won't fight. Not now, at least." As now we see they took him there, with the Sunshin. As now we see Naruto was surrounded by a lot of Anbus, and in front of him was a single chair, as a man was standing behind it. You came way too easily, Naruto. I thought you would put up a fight after the sissy fit that you threw in your house." "I don't wish to live like you people." "You say like you people, like we are cursed." "You say that you are more like blessed." "Of course we are. We are blessed with the power of the sage." As now we see Hagoromo felt a tang bit of anger rising within him, as he calmed his nerves, and then Hagoromo said, "And how do you mean, sage's power? It is your will that you command that power. The power was given to us to make sure that we are peaceful with one another, and that is quite hypocritical, don't you think? That is something the first Hokage taught, second Hokage tried, third Hokage tried as well and failed. These people don't want to listen. The only word they understand are the words of power and fist. The power of ninjutsu. That was Ninshu. Ninshu have died the day a peaceful man was killed first because he tried to preach peace, Naruto. And you're one of the fools like them. Do you wish to die like that? If so, then yes, I will." Pathetic. You see, I brought you here for only one reason, because of the biju that you hold. If you are no use and don't want to live like us, then hand over the biju. It is the property of Konoha. Property, you say? Yes. You're treading on a thin ice, Danzo. Watch what you say carefully next, and I will decide what I need to do next. What will you do? Chat me to sleep or something? You can't do anything, kid. I am a war veteran and an old man, and with a single flick of my finger I can kill you more than you can imagine. As instantly Naruto's eyes were covered in darkness, as everyone was shocked of what happened next. Huge burst of chakra was released, purple, potent chakra, as Naruto's eyes opened to reveal Rinnegan, as that is when Danzo realized one thing. Naruto really had great potential, and he was holding back for a reason, as now he was planted on the ground alongside every one of them inside the room. More than thousands of people, with a single pressure release of chakra, like they were standing in front of the sage itself. As Naruto then said, "You know, I was reincarnated here, back for one reason, Danzo, and that was to judge whether the people are redeemable or not, or are they wise enough to be saved. But you have made my decision assured, after this many years of being reincarnated, that you're not redeemable. You only want power and corruption. And that is why I will end this. You say that I gave you these powers, right? So which means I have the right to take them away. These are my powers after all." As a staff appeared in Naruto's hand, and henceforth only those with good of heart and good of will be able to use chakra within Konoha walls. As he tapped his staff twice, as a huge chakra burst was released. After that, almost all of the Konoha village was passed out. As now we see Danzo woke up the next day, as he felt weak, so much weak that he couldn't even stand up, as pains, aches, and even all those bearable pains were now increased tenfold, as now he was finally able to sit up. What happened? Where is that kid? He left. Danzo-sama. But I don't understand one thing. Wait, what is going on here? Why am I here? You bastard. You did this to me. As his own root punched him. As that is when he realized he was bleeding with a single non-lethal punch. What? You are not... And then the words rang in his head. You're not worthy of my chakra. I will take my powers back. As instantly all of those Anbus got up hearing these words. They started to remember their memories and lives and what happened to them. The seals that Danzo placed on them were removed and were now invalid. They were filled with rage, the first emotion they felt after many years, and they took it all out on Danzo, ripping him to shreds. As now we see, the roots began dispersed and left. Naruto disappeared without a sight, and Konoha realized that they too were missing a thing. None of them could use chakra, not one tad bit. As this calls for a council meeting. At first, as usual, per habit, the shinobis tried to use Sunshin, but they couldn't. So it took them more than 5 hours to gather each and every one. As now we see, Minato arrived the latest. Minato, you arriving so late, you also can't use your powers? Yeah, I cannot use my chakra. I cannot even sense someone or some bit. It is difficult, and it is quite surprising I can't even throw a kunai properly anymore. Let me try. As Hiruzen then tried, and his kunai midway fell down to the ground, being a heavy weapon. What's this? This is impossible to throw. Was the kunais always these heavy? No. These are standard kunais, Okage-sama. What about the Anbus? We are here as well. Unfortunately, it seems we cannot hide in the shadows. This is the best we can do. What has happened? We have no clue so far. As now we see only 2 persons who were outside of Konoha, after a few months came back. Meaning, it was Tsunade and Jiraiya who have met upon her way. Since Tsunade was on a vacation for more than enough years, well, Jiraiya begged her to come back to see if anything was wrong with their village, because there were many villages popping up left and right who were left chakraless as the rumors started to float around. As now we see, the meeting was called once more, as Jiraiya then began. I know it might be shocking, but Konoha is not the only one who has suffered. The 5 major villages have also suffered this, the other ones. And same could be said for the minor shinobi villages. And not only that, apart from them, some of them were able to use chakra. Some of them. Wait, what do you mean? How much? Let's say there are 100 people who are capable of using chakra. And now, out of those 100, only 1 or 2% of people are able to use it. How can this be? Same could be said about me. My daughter, said Hiyashi as he got up. My daughter Hinata. She's able to use chakra and Juken style fist. I know it's funny. She was soft-hearted and was despised by the clan, and now she's the most prized and possessive person that the clan has become of, because she is the only one who is capable of using something that they once held and are no longer capable of using. The Byakugan and the Juken style. As for the Uchihas, none. Not even my youngest. As one by one all of the clan heads began to say that at least one of them had the abilities. Out of all of the clans, only 3 clans had the abilities to use chakra. And that was Yamanaka clan, since Inoichi Yamanaka's daughter was still using chakra. And the last one was, nonetheless, Shikamaru Nara. As for the rest, well, except for Choji, they all were just useless now. So far only 4 Genins are able to use chakra. Yes, said Choza, my son is too, but I can't train him because he's... This power of our clan, it requires at least an adult to be able to use his chakra properly, to teach it to the younger ones. My son can die out. I'm not gonna teach him, so Choji can be cut it out. I don't want him to be a shinobi anymore. As these words then rang out in Naruto's voice in Minato's head. Have anyone seen Naruto? He didn't want it to be a shinobi, but who knows, maybe. As instantly through a portal Naruto arrived there. He was wearing a white robe with black tomos around his neck, and a black staff was in his hand. But what shocked everyone was his eyes. The Rinnegan. It's been some time, father. Everyone else. Naruto, you. I am the reincarnation of the sage. And I am the one who caused all of this. But why? Why would you do this? As I said, I am the reincarnation of the sage of the sixth path, the one who gave this power to all of you. And hence I have the right to, as Hiruzen then understood, take it back. So you took the power back because I did not deem anyone worthy. With slightly the illest intent, I only wished for this power to be used so that you could connect with one another, not use it as a weapon and status symbol. And henceforth I have taken it back. And only those with the goodwill and kindness of their heart will be able to use it in the next generation and from here on after. And as for those who have the most illusive intent, even after gaining chakra, it will be removed instantly. That is the power of the Rinnegan and Ninshu. The power that I wished upon all of you at one time, but now I wouldn't even wish, even if you turned another leaf over. I have done this throughout the whole world, and now only with those kindness of your heart will be able to use it. If this is about what happened, Naruto, I'm sorry. Naruto was never born. In fact, he was killed. You see, before I was reincarnated into this body, Naruto's soul never returned. Time was reverted back for me to come here as a part of my punishment. Wait, what? What do you mean? As Hagoromo explained his origins and what happened to Naruto before the time reversal, as now Minato understood. So this happened. I see. So my son, Your son is with you. the other you. The one who missed. The one who would have taken care of him. The one who regretted his mistake. Not this you, who didn't even give a small damn about his son, and only thought about his status, his position, and himself. And this is my final farewell to all of you. Now, if you want to fight your own wars, fight them yourselves, not using my abilities, because I have banished even the chakra used to participate in the war. Their powers will go away whenever they're included in the wars. They will only use it to preach peace and prosperity to the others, like my students and disciple. As after that, Naruto then bid his farewell, as not Naruto though, as Hagoromo, to this world, taking all the beads away and giving the power to those who really needed them the most. And as for his mother, she was surprised as well. As for the Otsuzukis who were watching, they too, and they instantly realized that this world was no longer of use to them. So they too gave up. And as for Zetsu, he, since for the first time in many years had his own will, he too started to follow the words of Hagoromo and became a wanderer who taught those who wanted to learn, helped those who were in need of saving, and fought those who were in need of some beating. Zetsu the Sage, as he was called now, after many years of this happening. And as for Naruto, he became the new sage of the Sixth Path and vowed that he will never, ever be involved in the worldly matters again, as he was now meditating and living out his life in a faraway island, peacefully. As this is where I'm going to be leaving this story off, guys. I hope you like this one, and if you do, then make sure you leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you like the content of this channel, and stay tuned for a short story on my second channel as well. It will be uploaded there soon. As this is Apollo Uchiha, and I'm signing off for the day. Peace!